Hey friends, Miss Cassie here with Solon Public Library's Digital Storytime. This month we're talking all about friends, and this week we're going to talk about our friends' feelings. But first we need to sing our welcome song, and we need to get our clapping hands ready. So we're going to wiggle our fingers and shake our hands and rub them together really fast, really fast, really fast, and put them on our knees. Okay, here we go. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. What do we do after we clap our hands? That's right, we stomp our feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. What do we do after we stomp our feet? That's right, we twirl around. If you want to read a book, twirl around. If you want to read a book, twirl around. If you want to read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you want to read a book, twirl around. All right, for our last verse, we're going to be as quiet as we can. And we're going to whisper, hooray. If you want to read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. If you want to read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. If you want to read a book, have a seat and take a look. If you want to read a book, whisper hooray, hooray. Our theme song this month is A Friend of Mine, and we are going to be clapping, tapping our noses, shrugging our shoulders, and smiling big. Ready? Here we go. Will you be a friend of mine, friend of mine, friend of mine? Will you be a friend of mine and clap along with me? Good job. Will you be a friend of mine, friend of mine, friend of mine? Will you be a friend of mine and tap your nose with me? Yeah, just like that. Will you be a friend of mine, friend of mine, friend of mine? Will you be a friend of mine and shrug your shoulders with me? Yep, just up and down. Will you be a friend of mine, friend of mine, friend of mine? Will you be a friend of mine and smile big with me? Yay! Our first book is called Leonardo the Terrible Monster, and it's written and illustrated by Mo Willems. And guess what? It's actually Mo Willems' birthday during the month of February. So this makes this an extra perfect book for today. Here we go. Leonardo was a terrible monster. Oh, look, there's Leonardo. He's sitting in the corner of that page. How do you think he's feeling right now? Yeah, I think he looks a little sad. Can you make a frowny face, a sad face? Yeah, he maybe looks a little tired. Yeah, maybe a little discouraged. I think all of those words describe Leonardo right now. Because Leonardo couldn't scare anyone. And that's the job of monsters, right? To scare people. Do those people look scared? They do not. Leonardo didn't have 1,642 teeth like Tony. Oh my goodness, that's so many teeth. He wasn't big like Eleanor. Oh my goodness, look All we can even see are her feet and her legs because she's so big she doesn't even fit in this book. And he wasn't just plain weird like Hector. That Hector does look like a character. Leonardo tried very hard to be scary, but he just wasn't. But one day, Leonardo had an idea. He would find the most scaredy cat kid in the whole world and scare the tuna salad out of him. That seems like a pretty good plan. So Leonardo researched until he found the perfect candidate. Look at all these books he's looking through, getting all the information that he needs to narrow down his search to the most scaredy cat kid in the world. And he found him. His name was Sam. Look at Sam in this picture. How does Sam look like he's feeling? He looks scared already, right? And Leonardo hasn't even met him yet. So Leonardo snuck up on the poor, unsuspecting boy. Look, he's tiptoeing, trying to be as quiet as possible. And then the monster gave it all he had. Blaggle, blaggle, grrr, roar. What do you think? Does Sam look scared? Maybe a little startled. And then he started to cry. Yes, cheered Leonardo, I did it. I finally scared the tuna salad out of someone. So Sam is feeling sad, and Leonardo, yes, he's feeling great. He finally did it. No, you didn't, snapped Sam. What? Oh, yeah, replied Leonardo. Then why are you crying? My mean big brother stole my action figure right out of my hands while I was still playing with it, and then he broke it on purpose, and it was my favorite toy. And I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. I got so mad I kicked the table, and I stubbed my toe on the same foot that I hurt last month when I accidentally slipped in the bathtub after I got soap in my eyes trying to wash out the bird poo that my brother's cockatoo pooped on my head. And I don't have any friends, and my tummy hurts. That's a lot of things, isn't it? That's why I'm crying, says Sam. Then Leonardo made a very big decision. Instead of being a terrible monster, he would become a wonderful friend. And so what did he do? He gave Sam a hug and said, "It's okay." Oh, and now they're holding hands. But that didn't mean that he couldn't try to scare his friend every now and then. Boo! And then Sam chases him and starts to scare him right back. The end. So Sam and Leonardo, they had lots of different feelings in the book we just read, right? They were sad, they were scared, they were happy. So we're gonna sing a song, If You Feel, and we're gonna do some actions with some different emotions or some different feelings. So the first one, if we feel happy, we're gonna smile wide. Can you give me a nice big smile? Good job, just like that. And then when we feel sad, we're gonna frown and cry, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Just like Sam, right? When Leonardo came and scared him, but it was just too many things all piled up and he just started to cry, boo-hoo. If we feel mad, we're going to grit our teeth. Grrr. If we feel scared, we're going to hide our faces. And lastly, if we feel silly, we're going to make a silly face. Wah! Okay, are you ready to sing our song? We're going to start with happy. If you feel happy and you know it, smile wide. If you feel happy and you know it, smile wide. If you feel happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you feel happy and you know it, smile wide. If you feel sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you feel sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you feel sad and you know it and you really want to show it. If you feel sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you feel mad and you know it, grit your teeth. Grr. You feel mad and you know it, grit your teeth. Grr. If you feel mad and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you feel mad and you know it, grit your teeth. Grr. If you feel scared and you know it, hide your face. If you feel scared and you know it, hide your face. If you feel scared and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you feel scared and you know it, hide your face. If you feel silly and you know it, make a silly face. Blah! If you feel silly and you know it, make a silly face. If you feel silly and you know it and you really want to show it. If you feel silly and you know it, make a silly face. Good silly faces, friends. In our first book, Leonardo helps Sam feel better by doing what? That's right, he gives him a hug. And they become friends, and that helps both Sam and Leonardo feel better. In our next book, we have some friends who use a hat to cheer each other up. So we're going to sing the hat song. So you can make a hat out of your two hands like this, or you can make a little hat with your one hand like this. So we're going to start with our hat on our head. On my head, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my head wibble wobbles to and fro. Where else can my silly hat go? What do you think? Where should we put our hat next? What about on our shoulders? There's my little hat. On my shoulder, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my shoulder wibble wobbles to and fro. Where else can my silly hat go? What about on my knee? On my knee, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my knee wibble wobbles to and fro. Where else can my silly hat go? What about on my chin? On my chin, I wear my hat. It is such a silly hat that my chin wibble wobbles to and fro. Where else can my silly hat go? Let's see, let's put our silly hat on our hands. Ready? On my hands, I wear my hat. It is such a quiet hat that my hands don't wiggle, they just go clap. Then I fold them in my lap. Yay! Our last book today is called Hooray for Hat, and it is written and illustrated by Brian Wan. So let's find out what is so great about this hat. When Elephant woke up, he was very grumpy. Can you make a grumpy face? Yeah, grumpy's kind of like a mad face, right? Grrr. The doorbell rang. Ding dong. An elephant stomped down the stairs. Go away! I'm grumpy. But there was a present on the doorstep. So Elephant unwrapped the box. It was hard to stay grumpy now. Look what was in the box. A very fancy hat. Hooray for hat! Elephant cheered. I will show my friend Zebra. But Zebra did not want to look at any hats. Go away. I'm grumpy. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? So Elephant gave Zebra a hat, and Zebra smiled. They both cheered, hooray for hat. Let's show Turtle. But Turtle would not come out of his shell. Go away, I'm grumpy. What do you think they're gonna do? That's right, Elephant gave Turtle a hat too. Turtle smiled. They all cheered, hooray for hat. Let's show Owl. But Owl did not want to see them or their hats. Go away, I'm grumpy. So Elephant gave Owl a hat too. Owl smiled, they all cheered. Hoo, hoo, hooray for hat. So Elephant, Zebra, Turtle, and Owl marched down the road to show Lion. Hooray for hat! But Lion did not want any visitors. Go away, I'm grumpy. Uh-oh. Let's see, what do you think is going to happen? That's right, Elephant gave Lion a hat too. But Lion was still sad. I love this hat, but I can't cheer while our friend Giraffe is not feeling well. What can we do? What do you think these friends can do to help their friend Giraffe? Elephant, Zebra, Turtle, Owl, and Lion made a surprise for Giraffe. So they have a box and they're putting something in the box for Giraffe. What are they putting in the box? Yeah, they're putting in each of their hats. That is so generous because they're giving their hats to Giraffe and now none of them have any hats anymore. They all marched to Giraffe's home, and on the way, Lion started to feel better. And soon, Giraffe felt better too. Hooray for friends. The end. Oh, what a great story about friends sharing with each other and helping each other feel better. All right, friends, this is the end of our Friends Feelings story time, which means it's time for our goodbye song. We read a book and we played a game, and we sang a song together. We read a book, and we played a game. We had a fun adventure. Now go read a book and go play a game and sing a little tune. Go read a book and go play a game. We'll see you back here soon. See you next time, friends.